Hi everybody! We're again continuing in the homeostasis and organ systems unit. As you may recall, we've been focusing on 3 major learning goals. One of them is looking at each system and how that system works with other systems to, of course, maintain homeostasis. Another learning goal we're thinking about is how the structures in each of those functions are related to their function, and again, that key function always coming back to how are they maintaining homeostasis. And then the third learning goal that we're focusing on is comparing humans and the way they sort of handle the different needs that all living things have and how other organisms meet those same needs in maybe a different way. So today we're going to talk about the excretory system, and the excretory system is a little tricky because some textbooks use it to talk about any system that gets rid of waste. And so that would include like your lungs, because your lungs get rid of carbon dioxide, and it might even include your skin. But your textbook really focuses in on the urinary tract and how the urinary tract is used to get rid of waste. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So the function of the excretory system, again, the function we're talking about today, is filtering waste, specifically filtering urinary waste. We have these kidneys that filter this waste and get rid of unneeded water and use it to eliminate all this bad stuff as urine is pee. There are the main organs of the urinary tract portion of the excretory system, which is your kidney, your ureter, your bladder, and your urethra. The one we talk about the most, though, is the kidney. The kidney is like, to the excretory system, to the urinary tract, what the lungs are. And this kidney does all this filtering out of bad stuff and keeping the good stuff. So you know how in the lungs they filter out the carbon dioxide and pull in the oxygen? Well, in the kidney, there's this large artery that branches into small capillaries. Again, sound kind of like the lungs, doesn't it? And these capillaries spread out to these millions of nephrons, which are these small units that do all this filtering, and they're cleaning the blood and then sending it back into the body. Now the nephron, again, is this small unit that acts as this little filter, and its chief function, again, is to filter the blood. The bloodstream, we want to keep the good stuff. So those are things like ions, amino acids, and glucose. We want to keep those in the bloodstream. But we want to get rid of the bad stuff. Now, with water, sometimes we want to keep it. So if we need it, water is going to be absorbed through osmosis. Water moves from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. So if we've got low concentrations of blood, the water is going to stick around. If the water concentration is high, it might get flushed out. And so that excess water would be, again, removed in your urine. That's the reason why sometimes your pee is really, really yellow. That means that your body needed to keep all of its water. All you had left, that yellow is like the urea, the other stuff like that. But other times you have clear pee. That means you've been doing a good job drinking your water all day, and you've got plenty of excess water that your body can just pee right out. Now, again, it's all about what does the excretory system do to maintain homeostasis, and the key thing, again, is removing waste. The big part of this is nitrogenous waste, including ammonia and urea. Now, if you remember correctly, proteins are made up of amino acids, and every amino acid has a nitrogen. So if those things are broken down and we have these nitrogens floating around, we have to get rid of them. We also have to worry about excess sodium. Salt, and the amount of salt, if you remember from first semester, influences whether or not water stays or leaves a location, because it influences concentration. So having too much salt can mess with your water levels. So sometimes you're going to get rid of excess salt through your urine. And also pH of the blood. If you remember correctly, pH is one of those conditions we really have to monitor. We have a very narrow range of pH that's acceptable for our body to function with. And if the pH of your blood is off, one of the things the excretory system is going to do is get rid of items that are maybe making the blood too acidic or too basic. The last thing we could talk about would be, again, in terms of maintaining homeostasis, sometimes your bee is used to get rid of excess glucose or sugar. Now, that makes it odd to you because it seems like, why would there be extra sugar? You know, don't we store that? Don't use that? Because sugar is super important for cellular respiration. But some people, diabetics namely, have a hard time when we do have a little bit of extra sugar. They can't store that sugar as glucagon. As a result, they have extra sugar in blood. So in that situation, the kidney is going to filter out that sugar and going to put it out. And a lot of times, medical professionals will use high sugar early to hear somebody commit and rice. Not and really a final decision